Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I cheated. I cheated, Elon.
Last weekend, I was lucky to attend an event hosted by Rivian to check out their all-electric truck, the R1T, as well as their all-electric SUV, the R1S. So let's start with the SUV. The SUV is clean while still keeping a luxurious feel. It's centered around one center touchscreen, along with a display behind the steering wheel. You'll notice a simple button to fold down the third row. There's ample storage in the back behind the third row, and you'll notice certain cues from the Model 3, like the door handles. The material's premium, and every model comes with a flashlight, beautiful LED headlights, along with 2 LiDAR sensors on the front of the vehicle. Now, the Rivian vehicles have probably the largest frunk I've ever seen. I think I could fit 2 of me inside it. And you'll notice a completely flat underbody thanks to the battery. The one thing that I noticed is that Rivian makes use of every space, including this passageway underneath the second row of the SUV. Overall, I was really impressed with the SUV, from its quad climate zone control to everything else it has to offer. While I was there, I was lucky enough to speak to 2 very important people. The first is Brian Gase, the Chief Engineer of Special Projects at Rivian.
Here we brought 2 of our vehicles. We brought both the truck and the SUV because we wanted to, show both of them.
Of course.
I'm a pre-order customer of the truck, and so I usually stand over by the truck and talk to Ilana.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the gear tunnel. But both of these vehicles are a mid-size battery pack.
Okay.
So that's a 300+ mile range variant.
Okay.
So in the SUV it's like 310, in the truck it's like 300.
Okay.
Both of these are the 4 motor, so that's a 3 seconds 0 to 60. Truck can tow 11,000 pounds.
Okay.
SUV tows 8,000. Both vehicles will go through 3 feet of water, up 45% grade, because it's the same skateboard underneath.
Yeah.
So the reason we're able to parallel develop and launch these with just a small stagger between the 2 is that a lot of the technology down to my front door is identical. I can take it off and put it on the other car.
Yeah.
These 2 vehicles, they were showing obviously 7-passenger SUV, 5-passenger truck.
Yep.
Both of these have our level 2 autonomous system. Okay. So I've got 2 LiDAR, 10 cameras.
The 2 LiDAR were near the front,
near the
bumper. Okay.
Correct,
Someone told me that one. Yeah.
Yep. So it's level 3 capable hardware.
Okay.
As we develop that system, we'll roll out more of that functionality.
And how many cameras on the car?
I believe it's 10.
10 cameras on the car.
Yep.
Okay. And that's the same for both the truck and the SUV.
Correct.
Okay.
So slightly different position, obviously different length of vehicle, but same UI, our internally developed HMI, our interface, our vehicle connectivity, all of that done in-house.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, tremendous amount of technology that we worked on.
Yeah.
Obviously the mechanical stuff, when you're looking at the car, is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
And we've got some different levels of Alexa integration we were showing as...
Well, that's right. So Alexa is fully integrated now.
Yeah, so one of the cool things with it is you can completely turn it off if you want.
Okay.
You can set it up so that it is a button interface instead of just the direct voice Alexa commands.
Yeah.
But if you're worried about the privacy perspective, turn it off. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
If you want to use it, great. It's the same thing you'd have in your house.
Yeah.
The cool thing with it is we've integrated it into our body controller, so I can do stuff like open my gear tunnel, open my hood.
Oh, okay.
So stuff that is more than just what's available in other vehicles.
So that's nice to know, is like how the Alexa ties into specifically the vehicle.
Absolutely.
Opening different doors, everything that's automated.
Running navigation, setting a map.
Yeah. What about the material? Like, I noticed that's very eye-catching, is that the way that everything's done inside is just very, it screams a little premium. It just looks very, it looks good. I mean, I have to admit.
Thanks. That's good. That was the goal. The goal was to look good, right?
Everyone on the channel is going to be like, "Oh, you're cheating," but it's all about the electric movement, and I think that's what there's a lot of interesting things that Rivian is doing here. An SUV and a truck, a truck that doesn't exist in the market today, an electric truck, are huge. And so it's seeing that you guys the different approaches that you guys are taking, because the interior, for me, that was definitely eye-catching.
That's good. Well, I'm really, really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
From our perspective, we feel it's a great integration of the interior and the exterior actually talking together.
Yeah.
We've designed it to be inviting. We want to be, from a brand perspective, as invitational as possible. It's who we are. As an electric adventure company, something where you can get out, take this vehicle, go off-road, not be worried that you're going to damage the floor mats.
Exactly.
I don't want you to think like, well, I'm going to get my car dirty, so I shouldn't do this. I want you to think, I'm going to go and live my life and have my adventure, and my vehicle's going to be a part of that.
Exactly.
It's the reason the gear tunnel door is your staging area for your activities. It's the reason that you can fit your adult friends comfortably in the back seat. They've got quad zone climate control, so they can actually not
Quad zone, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then really trying to take care of people. It's also a comfortable chair height, so your legs aren't going to get tired on a long road trip. So trying to really treat interior first and grow out from there.
Yeah. And then the material that's used on these seats, is that kind of like the rugged, waterproof?
Absolutely, yeah. So still ventilated to keep it cool.
Yeah.
But no leather,
Yeah.
avoid animals.
Right. That's always good. Do the seats have heating and cooling options?
Yep.
Very good.
Our underbody off-road electric adventure vehicle. So I want you to have an extremely durable underbody. 2 reasons. One, the off-road love of damaging, getting out there on the trail, hitting stuff. But the most important thing for us is protection of the battery pack.
Yeah.
So underneath our battery pack, we have a composite plate. We can handle the entire weight of the vehicle on a 2-inch square without damaging it.
Wow.
So the whole theory behind this is, if you're high centering, you're coming off a ramp, you're doing something that you wanted to do, but maybe you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should have. The vehicle's got to be safe for all those conditions.
Yeah.
So we offer optional skid plates for the front and rear to give that same level of protection for the true off-road adventure enthusiast.
Yeah.
But definitely the battery pack, extremely safe for all those conditions. So obviously I mentioned the ability to go through 3 feet of water.
Yeah.
That submerges the entire pack, so it's also isolated against that environment as well.
Got it. And then as far as the adaptive suspension, can it raise and lower? Or?
Yeah, so it'll go up to 14.5 inches of ground clearance.
Wow.
So from a clear perspective, it's flat underneath. So I've got that structural battery plate, 14 inches to the ground. So I'm not worried about a rear diff hitting or anything like that. I've got flat, great for aero, great for off-road. And then from a lowering perspective, I can drop it down to, I think, about 7.5 inches for ingress egress.
Okay.
For park mode.
Yeah. Right.
As a company, we extremely cautious about making sure that you know what we're doing with your data.
Yeah.
Because it's you, and we're not going to take anything that people don't want us to have.
Yeah.
But from the convenience of life, being able to just sit in your house and be like, oh, I did want to go mountain biking tomorrow. Hey, Alexa, what's the charge status of my Rivian? Getting that answer.
Yeah.
Mapping something from your TV through a connected world onto your car. There's a lot of function that really is pretty slick and can be embraced to make life better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, from a voice command system of just, tune the radio, that kind of stuff, or, hands-free calling.
Awesome.
Keeping the vehicle safe for the driver that's hands on wheels at the time.
Right. So now, obviously that requires an internet connection. Are you guys, is that like part of the vehicle purchase?
Yeah, so it's LTE connected. Like right now, both of these are LTE connected.
Okay.
So I do have some Alexa stuff on the blue truck that I can show.
Okay.
I can change the cabin temperature, the map settings, that kind of stuff right now.
And with purchase of the vehicle, does that come with, or is there a monthly fee for that?
We're sorting that out.
Okay.
So that's something that'll come out with the purchase plans.
Yeah, got it. Awesome. And then your role at Rivian?
So I'm a chief engineer of special projects. So my role is, delivering early vehicles like this, where it's a production design vehicle. If you pre-order one, this is what you're going to get. This is not a concept car.
Yeah.
But it's built before all of our tooling is kicked off. It's built before the assembly plant is up and running. And so making sure that we deliver the production intent design that we can show to people that is a real drivable car, that's what I own.
Yeah.
And so it's cool because then I can take that experience and bring it to people.
Right. So you can still place orders at Rivian.com.
Rivian.com, $1,000 fully refundable deposit. It's open for North America right now.
Okay.
And get in line.
And then estimated ship date?
So we'll start shipping at the end of this year for the truck, a few months later for the SUV. And depending on where you are in order and how you configure your vehicle, which will be later this year, that'll set your place in line.
Sweet. Cool. Thanks for the time.
No problem.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All the vehicles built in Normal, Illinois, so
yeah.
shipping from the plant in the Midwest.
Yeah. Very good.
I was also super lucky to meet the founder and CEO of Rivian, RJ Scaringe.
Nice to meet you finally. So we have a YouTube channel, mainly focused around Tesla stuff, but obviously electrification and moving forward. So really appreciate everything you're doing. It's the first time I'm getting to see the Rivian in person, and I have to say it's very, very impressive. You know, it's just like the photos. You know, so I've been seeing photos and videos, and so just had like 3 questions. I know you're super busy, so I wanted to kind of pick your brain on. Number one, I mean, clearly the product looks awesome, but the question is like charging network. Right? So I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but like, what's the plan for like, how, like the scalability? How are we going to get to that charging network where, you're not scared to go somewhere, right? You're not scared to go from like San Francisco to LA, very common trip.
So we're building, and we're going to be announcing some details on this, but what we call Rivian Adventure Network, but essentially a network of DC chargers that connects cities and places, and really important for us, places you'll go on to see the world, right? So adventures. In addition to that, we're also making sure that the vehicle can plug into very easily and seamlessly all these third-party networks that are starting to grow, but still in call it the earlier stages. Right. But we do believe it's really important to create that end-to-end solution that we control, which is the one that we're also building around this Rivian network.
Now, is it a proprietary charger used on your guys' vehicles?
We use a CCS. So it's the same as just about every other vehicle, except in Tesla.
Yes.
But for the Rivian network, it'll be for just Rivian. It'll only be Rivians allowed to go on the road.
Got it. The Rivian Adventure network.
Yep.
Awesome. That sounds really, really cool. And what's the charging speed going to be like?
Well, it's a funny thing to quote because it's like if you're on a DC charger, it's really fast. So you can charge up to 300 kilowatts. But it's not really like a fixed number. It's a charging. Yes. Depends on what the state of charge is when you start.
But max like 300.
Max 300, but that depends if you're low SOC. But if you're like fully charged, it'll charge differently.
Taper down.
But to give you just an idea, you can go like a 10 to 90% charge in like 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So between the SUV and the truck, what's your personal favorite feature of each of them?
So on the truck, we have a feature called the gear tunnel.
Yeah, the gear tunnel, the best.
Which is basically, like, honestly, we designed the gear tunnel, and then we designed the rest of the car around it. Like that was
the thought first.
Well, when you think of a pickup, traditionally pickups don't have trunk space.
Right.
And the bed is a different kind of space. Like, yes, we have a powered tonneau, but it's for bigger things. We wanted something that you could like throw long items in, golf bag, surfboard.
Right.
So that was just a fun feature that we were working around. And then I guess on the SUV, you're in a lap, but the third row on the SUV, it's actually better than what you see here. So it's an earlier vehicle. The production car is really good.
Really?
Like, I'm 6'1", 6'2", and I can fit comfortably in
that was the biggest question, because obviously I couldn't go in there, but from outside, it looks like a full-fledged seat, but I can't see the foot space.
Yeah.
So I was kind of asking, and so that's
really good.
Yeah.
It's better than that. The production car is really good.
Okay, that's very impressive. Yeah, I noticed that in both vehicles, you guys have really maximized space. So like on the truck too, I was really impressed that the rear seats lift up and there's storage in there.
Yeah.
And then there's storage in the trunk bed as well, where there could be a spare tire.
There's no unused space in the cars.
Yeah.
Every space is used.
It's very, very impressive, along with the tunnel. And final question is, amazing truck, amazing SUV, they're on the horizon. What's the master plan? I mean, I know you can tell me exactly what.
So we have another 3 products that come out following these. We haven't said any of the details around them, and we don't plan to for a while.
Right.
Similar to how we rolled these vehicles out, we'll show them when they're
ready.
When they're essentially done.
Yeah, got it. No concepts.
We won't show any concepts yet, so we'll show the car when it's ready. So that's going to be a little bit out, but a lot of work's going on in this as well.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you guys are putting a lot. I mean, we were just watching you having a conversation with some people who had, horses, and so they brought up some really good points, and taking the feedback, I think, in cars that have these over-the-air updates and have the ability to make changes and listening to feedback of customers.
Yeah.
So I guess in closing, right, feedback loop for customers to communicate, like when they start to get it, what are you guys looking at as far as to be able to make those changes as they come out?
Well, that's the beauty of a vehicle that's designed around software is all the features can be upgradable. So you just heard me talk about it, but it's one of the reasons we've tried to avoid a lot of physical buttons, because they create these monuments that are hard to change.
Right.
So in terms of feedback, it'll be through these kinds of discussions. We'll have a portal through our web and mobile applications, we'll have a portal in the vehicle. So but wherever we start to see things needed, we can create these solutions.
It's awesome.
It's really fun.
Yeah, really excited. I think what you guys created is awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was really awesome to see another electric car company making amazing products. Sure, Rivian is the new kid on the block, but what I saw at the event looks extremely promising. And it's another company helping to transition the world to sustainable energy. From their 7-passenger SUV with luxury and adventure to their truck where no space is wasted, it has a gear tunnel and a motorized cover and a motorized tailgate. I'm super excited for the future of electric cars. I want to thank Rivian for having me at the event, and thanks to Brian and RJ for taking the time to speak with me. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.